Well, welcome to Hamilton County TV. I'm Perry Williams, and as you can see, we're in the gymnasium at Westfield High School. I have Ginny Smith, the girls basketball coach, with me. Welcome, Ginny.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about this past weekend. Hamilton County TV came here and did two ball games. The girls at 1:30, the JV and the varsity, and then we came back that night and did the JV and varsity boys. So it was a big day for us at Hamilton County TV, and as I sent you an email yesterday, we had about 3,500 viewers. So
yeah, it was an amazing day for basketball. I think starting with the girls in our Hamilton Heights game and then ended with the boys Carmel game, it was just an exciting day across the board.
Absolutely, and those are the good things about,
for sure,
that brings back that Hoosier hysteria. And that, because I can tell you on Saturday, it was the atmosphere at night was sectional like.
I certainly, in all of my time here at Westfield, can't recall there being a night quite like that one, even having hosted sectional here before. So it was special.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the girls team. Okay. After winning there, now this will be your second of a 3-game homestand, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And so you played Greenwood tonight. So let's talk a little bit about Greenwood and some of the things and what you'll have to be looking for.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to have to do a really nice job defensively. They've got some great guard play, so we're going to have to really make sure that we're containing the basketball and doing a nice job from a team concept in terms of closing down driving lanes and those types of things. And then offensively, we just need to get out and get some easy buckets just to try to get ourselves going early. So hopefully that'll kind of set the tone for the evening.
Yeah, and that was the one good thing that, Hamilton Heights, when they came in here, they were a little short-handed.
Yeah.
But your team jumping out in that quick lead really took the wind out of their sails, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think so. And from the outside looking in, I'm not sure if everybody really understands. A lot of that came from our defense. I think we were just kind of locked in defensively, did a really nice job, and so in getting those stops, it just kind of a lot of those transitioned back into baskets. So it was a nice start for us.
And the one thing about it, even though Heights was short-handed, Bailey Runner's a very good basketball player.
She plays hard. She's gritty. She's a competitor out there. So she played to the final minute till he took her out. So she's certainly not a kid you can ever underestimate or count out.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, because of this week, I'm not overlooking Greenwood or anything, but Friday night's a pretty big night for us in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, because this is the only time that we play that girl-boy doubleheader, and that's a pretty great atmosphere, and I really kind of like it, and the whole conference plays the double headers at night. So, and you play Hamilton Southeastern.
We do. We enjoy the double headers. We think we've got a lot of great support within our two programs. The boys and girls support each other. I think we enjoy doing it. And for us, it's an extra special night. It's our pink night, so our breast cancer awareness, and we honor survivors, just loved ones and people that we know that are affiliated with our programs. So across the board, it's a really great event. I think we have a great turnout, and of course, it's always great having Hamilton Southeastern involved. Coach Huppenthal, they participate, and it's just good to do it with a team that you have a lot of respect for, and you look forward to playing.
Yeah, and you got the defending state champion coming in, right?
Yes, that's what they are.
Yeah, the one thing about it, there's been a lot of conversation, especially in the Indianapolis Star, and with all the great girl players in this area. Okay, and there's a lot of conversation about Sydney Parish and about Madison Layton and Bostic up there at Northwestern, but I've seen Sydney play for 4 years, and so have you. She's a player.
She's definitely a player. I'm certainly biased in terms of Sydney and her body of work. I think, when you play the competition and the schedule that she's played over 4 years, it speaks volume to, what she's capable of. And that's not to take anything away from Layden or Bostic. I just think that there's a difference in scheduling, in that 4-year span. So all three excellent candidates, all three excellent basketball players, but I certainly, know night in and night out, Sydney Parish is going to she's certainly going to produce.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna get her points.
Absolutely.
You know, I
Yep.
mean, I mean, you can look at her body of work, and there's not many times that she
Yeah.
hadn't got her numbers or
Yes.
come awful close to their numbers.
She
No
is-
matter who
she
who
is
plays
excellent,
with her.
for sure.
And she's had to change her game tremendously because she had a talented team
Yeah.
around her last year. So it's been a little bit different this year.
I'm sure it has. You know, obviously I don't know her or haven't had any conversation with her, but there's no question, you know, her role has been far more pronounced this year probably than in years past in terms of just what she has to do and what she has to give them night in and night out. But she certainly has accepted that challenge.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But she's accepted that challenge. She's embraced it, and she's certainly doing it with grace. So,
Yeah, and absolutely, and of course Southeastern with Malucci and
Yep.
and Self, who played many minutes on that team last
Yeah.
year. This is a pretty experienced team.
you know, I think it is. I think people probably, you know, underestimated or assumed just because of who they graduated that they'd be significantly down, and there's no question they were down to, you know, to some level. But those kids have done a really nice job, you know, filling in some of those holes and probably doing just what they're asked to do. So
Yeah, because like you said, Coach Epps is a great coach.
Fantastic coach, yeah,
so
absolutely.
and he's been successcul even
Mm-hmm.
at. He was at Maribel before then, or
So he was at Kokomo, I think, before
Yeah,
HSE
yeah,
for a bit.
okay.
I'm not, you know, I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what his stints were.
but
where
he's
they were,
had a
but
successful
yeah.
career everywhere he went.
I know everywhere I've coached against him, which is Hamilton Southeastern, he has been excellent across the board. So.
yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about your team a little bit. We've mentioned, let's just talk a little bit about some of the girls you have on your team. And you have some young players that
Yeah.
are very, very talented.
I think so. You know, we play sophomores. We play 3 sophomores. We play a couple juniors and we play a couple seniors. And you know, I'm excited about my kids. You know, I think we do a lot of things well. I think there's still things we could obviously do better. You know, we certainly haven't arrived, but they work hard. You know, they're coachable. And right now, I mean, I think we're kind of turning a corner. We're playing we're playing better basketball than we have been playing. So I'm excited about, you know, how the season's going to come to an end in terms of just the actual season as we roll into this sectional. You know, our sectional is what it is. You know, you just got to hope. You got to hope for a great draw. Just to give you a little bit of an advantage anywhere you can get one. But we've got a lot of great kids. We've got a roster full of kids who are capable of doing some stuff and giving us some production.
And I think you've, for the most part, you've got some pretty good senior leadership this season.
So, you know, we've got 3 seniors on our team, Ava Henson, Ashton DeCrane, and Ashley Black. You know, Ava and Ashton play a lot of minutes. Ashley doesn't play quite as many minutes, but she has certainly done a phenomenal job in practices and in the games that she does get opportunity. She is prepared and she is ready when she goes in, and she capitalizes on those minutes. So our seniors have done a really nice job. They're well liked. They are well received by their team, and I have a lot of faith and confidence in them and what they give us and what they do for us.
Yeah, and before we went on the air, we kind of talked about it a little bit. The importance in high school basketball, whether it's boys or girls, is how important you can blend as a team. And
Sure. Yep, our kids, we certainly mesh well. You know, on the court and off the court, I feel like the kids get along and like each other. So, you know, that definitely helps. There's not any, you know, animosity between them. And in terms of just the preparation piece, you know, those older kids do a really nice job helping the younger kids understand exactly what it takes from a preparation perspective too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you have a lot of things to do with being assistant athletic director and everything and the school duties, but I appreciate you taking time out here. And of course, Hamilton County TV will be here on Friday night to broadcast both games, and the atmosphere, if it's anything like it was on Saturday, it's going to be a good one.
Yep, certainly looking forward to it, and I really appreciate you coming out and just giving us an opportunity to talk about our kids and what we're doing here.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
appreciate it. Thanks.